Welcome back to the Chef Joseph's Kick Sauce for Entrepreneurs channel. Let's have a real conversation. I have been probably how long? Maybe at least a solid year. I've been noticing something in the climate. And, but I've been noticing something, in the climate. And let's just have a real straight up heart to heart conversation. I mean, for real. A lot of you are not going to make it. Period. A lot of you are not going to make it. This is not like a doom and gloom type of conversation, but it is a real one. I see so much and so many lies coming from people. It's very sad because the bottom line is what you do unto others, you do unto yourself. Napoleon Hill said this, and then I never forgot this, but he was saying how basically what you do to and for someone, you do to and for yourself. And it will come back to you greatly multiplied. Some of y'all just straight liars. You lie to yourselves. You lie to others. I'm not saying all. Let's get that straight. I said some of you. How are you going to go anywhere if you can't be truthful with yourself first? How does that work? We've seen so many people just in various situations, oh, I want this, I want that. God gave this to me, boom, boom, boom. You work 1 week, you quit. Not only did you lie to yourself, you lying to God, lying to others. If it's something you don't want to do, just say, look, I don't want to do it. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. But for some reason, people have a hard time just being honest with themselves. I know years ago when I went through my valley experience, which shaped me into the man that I am today. When I wanted to really break free, I definitely had to look in the mirror. I had to look in the mirror of where I was, the reality of the situation. And I said to myself, I'm not going to be here, like this, 20, 30 years from now. But I had to ask myself some really hard or face some really tough things, questions and answers that I had to answer for myself. Jesus couldn't do it for me. I literally had to look inward, just like a lot of you should consider looking inwardly. Because the greatest lie is the greatest lies are the ones that we tell ourselves. And it's very disheartening to see how many people they're not straight up. Whether it's fear of what they feel like the other person is going to come back with, whatever the case is. Look, man, just be straight up. You know what I'm saying? Someone told me years ago, we were just in conversation and dialogue, and they were saying, you know what? A person, a lot of times when you speak the truth, just know, it won't be well received. Because, see, people want to have tickling ears. Oh, my God, they want the drama and the hype and all this and that. But, when you tell the truth, man, you will stand alone. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of cases. I don't know what it is with people who are afraid to tell the truth. If you don't want to work a job, if you don't want to do, if you don't want to fly a kite or whatever, just say, look, I don't want to do it, or I'll do it another day. But to look people in the face and put God in it, oh, God said, I'm going to fly the kite today. I'm coming at 2:00. What time you coming? 2:00? Be there at 2:00. They don't show up to fly the kite at 2:00. Nor do you hear from them ever again. In my words, it's almost like, even when I started putting together my kick sauce, and I told you I was fired from 11 jobs, for real, a part of the entrepreneur's journey. And I will tell you that what happened was people said, oh, you make hot sauce. You make hot sauce. Yeah, I make hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? Oh, can you bring me a sample? I was like, man, I don't really want to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at work. Oh, it's okay. I'm the supervisor. Nobody's going to say nothing. But when they seen me come in the door with a fully dressed bottle of kick sauce, like already decorated, I'm talking about labels and all, UPC, everything that goes on into the product development. When they seen it, oh my God, it was like walking up on a king cobra or something. Like, oh my, they really had something to say. Yeah, and I was out of a job. Because they thought it was just gonna come. I was gonna bring them a little sample in the sippy cup, but no, man, this was years of development that was put into this. But the lies that you tell yourselves, man, y'all, a lot of y'all gonna get left. I said a lot of you are. You got to learn to be honest with yourself. Be honest. Like someone else told me years ago, they said they may not like the way you say it, because a lot of times you tell the truth, it's gonna hit, it's gonna punch somebody right in the chest. But they may say, I may not like that person for what they said to me, but I respect them because I know it was the truth. For real, they said they may not like the way you said it, but then they can always respect the person because whether it came out a certain way or not, they respect that person because they know they told the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling all of you, especially in the judgment season that we're in now, this is the time for you to look in the mirror and face everything that you're dealing with. Everything. The lies that you told yourself, the people you wronged, the people that you falsely accused, putting your tongue on people, things like that to cause division. You know what I'm saying? You need to really look at that, because no matter how much you jump for Jesus, I'm telling you, God is not pleased. Not pleased with that behavior. And one thing about it, in the scripture, it talks about there's certain things that he hates, and the liars in the top of the list. You know what I'm saying? And then unjust weights and balances and stuff, man, y'all. But look at what's happening. People being removed off the set behind being deceptive. Yeah, I said it. People are literally being moved off the set because you're not leveling up. You still walk around here deceiving people, lying to people, saying you're going to do something, but don't do it. I'm just going to say, God is not pleased. In the words of my deceased father, like he told me, you can say whatever you want to say, but if it don't come out in the wash, it will come out in the rinse. Let me say that again. If it don't come out in the wash, it will come out in the rinse. Peace and blessings to y'all. Get it together.